What's up, Bladers? Welcome back to the channel. We have today something a bit different. As you can see, I mainly cover Bakuten Shoot Beyblade, the original Plastic Gen series, and also cover Beyblade X on the channel too, which I'm actively playing at the moment. This actually combines the two. So we've got something I've managed to get off a website, let's just say AliExpress. But yeah, we've managed to find and source down this unique set, let's just put it that way. So first of all, the box art is actually for the V2 versions. I think is it SB, I believe the brand is, or something like that. CC brand, there you go. Obviously, I don't condone mine. Don't recommend buying fake products, of course. It's always better to buy genuine products where you can. The reason I bought this one actually is because it's a unique set, let's just put it that way. So it's actually, with the parts, so we've got a winder launcher, which I can absolutely confirm, and this other proto launcher. Both are definitely nowhere near as good as the genuine parts. You've got a couple of ripcords, which are probably more better suited to be cat toys, as you can see here. Clara loves playing where she can, so they'll probably be hers from now on. But I'm looking forward to seeing how these four recreations, let's put it that way, of the G-Revolutions teams Beyblades here. So we have Trigger G, we have Dracil G, we have Dragoon GT, and finally we have the Dranza GT. So we've got all four of those bays. We've got a couple of extra bits. I think one was a needle sort of styled bit and one was a ball bit. But they are pretty cool. I'm not going to lie, like the detailing of them is really good compared to some of the other stuff out there. This is the main attraction to why I got these in the first place, actually, because you just look at them and I mean it's inspired by the CX line from the Takara Tomy. So it does have it has the standard bit, it has the standard ratchets as you'd expect, sort of fake 360 bit there. But because the attack ring is a CX theme, it's actually managed to incorporate a weight disc in, which is really cool actually, because the Bakuten Shoot Beyblades, as we know, they all come with weight disc in the center, and the fact they're able to sort of combine a weight disc, so to speak, in the middle of a lock chip, a attack layer, and then a weight disc, and then a bottom layer to lock it all together, it's actually really impressive. So from an engineering point of view, I'd say CC have done a really good job with this, and they do look very accurate to the original parts, original Beyblades that were released so long ago, over maybe 20 years ago. So yeah, they've done a great job. And the great cool thing about the lock chips as well is they are compatible. Obviously, I'm not expecting tournament organisers to then say, oh, you can use these lock chips, because you know they're not really genuine. But you know, some tournament organisers do allow custom stickers, so you know, always check with your tournament organiser if they will allow the lock chip. But beyond that, they're all pretty easy to put together, all very detailed for what they are, and also some of the plastic does have like paint instead of all being stickers, which is quite nice. So you haven't got to worry too much about a sticker peeling, or you know, which is always a pain when it comes to some of these older bays. So that is obviously no engine gears here, because the engine gears are pretty much exclusive. But yeah, moving on to Dracil G. So yeah, again, it has a, I believe it's a sort of needle point there of a bit, and we've also got a two-sided, I believe, ratchet. There we go. So again, with the attack ring, similar kind of layout here. We have a nice, they have the nice seal lock chip, which is pretty cool. And again, we've got the weight disc. We have the bottom locking mechanism bit there, and we've got the attack ring, which again is quite a nice recreation of the G-Revolutions Beyblade there. One thing to note, I think the colours of this one are not 100% accurate. I believe, if I recall, the original the original Drasil G, it was slightly lighter green. So because of that, it's not 100% accurate with colours, but in terms of like all of the spikes and protrusions on the top there, it's very accurate indeed. So yeah, it's very nice. I hope to actually get the real thing at some point soon, and when I do, I'll put it on the channel. Moving on, this one's it's got a unique ratchet, this one actually. So it's a four-sided, but it's more like a sort of a diamond shape. And then you've got the bit here, which is looks like just a standard flat, and it came with a needle as well, which is on the previous bay. And yeah, pretty simple, and again, pretty straightforward. I'd be curious to see a different variation of the four-sided in the real X game at some point. But yeah, we've got the, again, same component, but we've got that really cool Dranza G lock chip there. Very nice. We have the GT, Gigs Turbo, GT stands for there. So we have the very cool GT attack ring, and the metal weight disc section, which of course what we'll do is we'll weigh these later, and just to show you just how much impact that does have in relation to other bays currently on the market. But one thing also, as you've seen so far, is yes, we've got these metal weight discs, but the contact points are plastic as well. So I think if you are planning to source this product, I'll be honest, I got this for about £5, so it's absolutely a bargain for the sort of collector's purpose. But yeah, just be wary of that, and I wouldn't necessarily put them up against proper X bays. But yeah, moving on. We have the Dragoon GT Galaxy Turbo. So this one actually comes on a ball bit, and well, this one was just didn't really go with any of them really. It's just sort of a second needle bit, I believe. But yeah, so one thing to note, you've got a cat on the set, you must give it a pet. But yeah, we've got another three-sided ratchet here. I'd need to double check if it's exactly like the genuine ones, but probably isn't exactly, but the same. But yeah, we've got a nice sort of recreation of the base slightly. That's one thing with these bays, is because the base isn't part of the Beyblade, we do have those recreations of the base on the lower part of the attack ring there. Once again, I think all these weight discs are the same. They're kind of 8-sided, and yeah, easy enough to put back together. And one thing to note is, of course, I mean, there's those like fables and rumors of, like, you know, being very careful with the metal parts on these kind of bays. So obviously, you know, it'll be used there for collection as well. But yeah, just to mention about the painting earlier, you can see the GT, the blue G there, that's actually paint, and the red bit, so no worries about stickers there. So very cool. But yeah, some very faithful reproductions of the OGs there in X form. So weights 46.94, so that's for the whole bay. Let's see how the attack ring goes. So we've got 38.94, so in terms of weight, it's not too bad. It's definitely on the heavier side when it comes to the X bays. Drasil G, so a bit less of weight there, 44.11. The attack ring on its own is 36.05, which is still pretty reasonable, still good. obviously there's heavier bays out there, especially in the meta game currently. Things like Phoenix, Wing, like Mold 3, that's heavier I believe. You've got Scorpio Spears, heavy too. But yeah, here we go. We've got Dranza GT at 45.27. Very good, not bad, you know, up there in the higher amounts. And the attack ring itself, 37. So far Drigger is the heaviest of the lot. And we've also got finally the Dragoon GT, and that's 46.19 grams for the entire bay, and the attack ring is 38.17. So again, pretty decent. I would definitely not use these beautiful recreations against the next bay unless I wanted plastic to shatter everywhere. But yeah, get a good look at these fantastic reproductions for only £5. Fantastic. So we're going to battle them. This is the Hasbro Stadium, and we'll see how we go. So I'm going to speed it up a little bit because some of these are going to become a bit of stamina battles. You know how stamina battles goes, but Dragoon just about gets it. But as you can see, one battle, and we've got a bit of plastic already chipped off. So just be wary if you are battling these. Don't use them against Metal X bays. You're going to have plastic everywhere. So we've got Dranza versus the Drasil here. So Drasil just getting bullied here by the flat of that Dranza so far, and that's a win. This is a mini tournament to see which of these bays. They're all playing each other in a round robin, and then there's the final two to play for the win. So Dragoon and Dranza. So far, Dranza has a win, and it has a second win. Straight in the pocket there, but this is sort of a last bay standing format here. So we've got Drasil, we have Drigger. Let's see which of these two take the top spot. So yeah, a little bit of a stamina battle, so speed up a little bit. It's over, and as you, wow, the Drigger still had a ton of stamina. So let's put that Drigger now against the Dranza. Can Dranza secure its way into the finals? It's already yeah, there we go. Destabilized the Drigger immensely. Final game here, I believe. We have the Dragoon GT, we have the Drasil G, and it is over just in an instant. And we have our two finalists. So it's Kai versus Tyson. Let's go. This one, first to 3 points. Oh, nice chip there. That Dragoon is looking very tilted, but it just takes the win. Round 2, 1-2 Dragoon. Here comes Dranza. Bigger hits between these two attack types, but it is over. Dragoon takes the win on that one. Final round, first to 3. Can Dragoon seal the victory here? Ow! It flips over Dranza. It just about outspins by a whisker, and it is over. Dragoon GT takes the win. Let us know in the comments which of these bays you like the most. They're all very awesome. They're all amazing for the price that I paid for. And I'm looking forward to some of the upcoming releases. Once again, I don't condone buying these fakes, but when you've got something cool like this that TT and Hasbro aren't making, you gotta grab it when you can. If you like the video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.